Hi, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Cla, a writer and artist living in Metro Manila, Philippines. This week is all about preparing for KOMIKET, my first art market for the year and my second art market since I opened my shop last September. I'm also trying something new, which is a voiceover. I thought I needed to get over my fear of being perceived one step at a time. So once I got over this fear, I'll try speaking in front of the camera. We're starting off with preparing my breakfast and coffee. It's Monday and the event is on Saturday and Sunday. I revise my novel first thing in the morning when people are still quiet, but that means my coffee's caffeine isn't working on me yet. Then I continue working on my February collection. Stay tuned on Instagram on what this month's theme would be. Before I step out to get my exhibitor badge, I drew a quick sketch of the flyer I'm going to lay out and produce later on. It was raining when I arrived in Makati and had no umbrella with me. I'm not gonna trust the weather app ever again. First, I rode an angkas to get to Makati. I had no other choice but to stay at Ayala Triangle and pet this very demanding yet very friendly cat who wants pets. This cute cat is from Atrium of Makati. Unfortunately, his front paw was limping, but he was so friendly and wanted a lot of pets. Since the rain had let up, I went back to explore Ayala Triangle again. The open area of the park was the location of this year's art fair, so there were tents everywhere. I think some of the cats were displaced because I can't seem to find our friend's torty and all-meat diet. I saw Ugly Haircut and Salty though. I think some of the cats were relocated in the area in front of the restaurants just so they have their own place to stay while the event is ongoing. They were all here eating and using the toilet. Not a lot are willing to be petted, but most of them are friendly. I arrived home with my exhibitor badge. I went back to working on my February collection again. I wasn't able to improve my inventory for KOMIKET, so I instead prepared these out-of-stock vouchers, which is a free shipping discount on my website for the people who will ask about my items if ever they were out of stock. They already paid for the entrance at the venue. The least I could do was to offer this. Next is trying out my display. The camera I'm currently using, a Nikon Coolpix, which is at least 15 years old, struggles in low light, whereas the apartment beside us had their entire exterior painted orange. So when the sunlight reflects from their wall to ours, our apartment becomes orange. We also didn't bother with opening the lights because the weather that day was warm and we don't want to make the entire apartment hot. I promise I can see what I'm doing, it's just that the light was orange. Another challenge that I have with this apartment is that I can't do a proper voiceover. My neighbors were often always noisy from loud exhaust, TV, music, and even karaoke. I know most of the noise will get recorded when I do a voiceover, and it will take more of my time editing the quality of the audio when I already have a lot of things to do. So I stuck to captioning most of the time. My arm was painful last night, so I wrapped it up after putting on some menthol balm. It somewhat improved the following morning. We get a little of good natural light in the apartment, but that's only around 6 a.m. So I woke up early to get some photos for the products that I'm going to be launching soon and for the flyers. It came out better and not orange. Editing chapter 10. Despite my rants about this novel being the hardest one that I work on, editing became easier. I guess it was because I developed the habit of editing it. Like every day, I promised to work on one chapter. Not 2 chapters, not 0.5 chapters. Always one chapter. I was surprised it got easier. I also noticed that I tend to edit the first paragraphs of the chapter than the succeeding pages. I guess it's because I wanted to make sure that the reader would be sure to continue turning the pages. I would be able to finish the final revision of this novel the following week and hopefully submit it for beta reading. This novel proves to be a challenge until the very end. I hope this one gets published though. Working on the point of sale system for the event while using the inventory count I did from earlier. Now it's day 1 of KOMIKET. It rained a bit and I was worried that not a lot of people would show up and to visit because it's cozier to stay at home. Inside the mall, I went up to the Mega Trade Hall. Fortunately, the escalators were working except for the one on the 5th floor. My items were light, so I was able to carry them without too much effort. Grateful that my table was away from the aircon. I'm going to talk more about my KOMIKET experience in the last part of the video, so if you're an artist who wants to join KOMIKET, stay up to the last part. First day had a lot of guests coming in. We had sales early in the morning, but time went quickly until the afternoon, and before we knew it, the first day was over. I took the MRT on the second day. I left my things at the event, so I'm not lugging anything heavy. It wasn't raining anymore. But one thing is for sure, I can't do 2 days events anymore. I'm old and I'm tired because my feet and legs hurt. But when you're at the event, it would magically go away as you face the customers and see them looking at your art. Also, I get to meet a new friend and a fellow artist, Akitsu Draws. She's an awesome artist. Follow her on Instagram, I'll link it to my description below. This is my boyfriend's awesome purchase. I did a quick sketch because I suddenly had an idea. And then KOMIKET's February event was over. I wasn't able to film us getting home because my hands were full from the displays, groceries, and takeout dinner. And as promised, here is my KOMIKET experience. The audience I observed were mostly young people. There were some people who were from my generation and older, but most were really either still a student or a young professional. There were some cosplayers going around, and there were some pets too. Overall, it's a pretty diverse crowd except for the age, and all of them were to check out Filipino artists and their work, and hopefully something connects with them. Overall, it's a diverse crowd except for the age, but all were there to check out Filipino artists and their work, and hopefully something connects with them. So what product works? It's mostly stickers and prints. If you're an artist whose main merch were these two, you may find your audience here. However, make sure to price your items broadly. People coming here, due to their age range, have a budget. You would see people going around with coin purses with enough money inside, or with their GCash app open, which I assume have enough money in it to spend on the event. If you want to have a piece of their budget pie, you need to price your items accordingly. That means having items from as low as 10 pesos to 100 pesos. So that means single stickers works best, not sticker packs. Yes, unfortunately, if you want to sell out and move your inventory quick, you would have to price your items below 100. I know pricing is an unexplored waters at the industry, and not everyone is going to have the same path as me, but that's just my observation and opinion. Why such a low price? Because everyone there, as much as possible, wanted to support as many artists as they could. They can only do that if they can buy low-ticket items. In a way, I look at it is this. It's some sort of a marketing. Most people who would buy my stuff would tag me in social media and I would then be exposed to their group of friends. As unfortunate as it sounds, the art market here is a race to the bottom, and I'm not sure if I can push it to the other side if I'm struggling on my own. There are some people who would go and buy items from 100 pesos up, but their people were mostly from my generation and older. So choose your battle. Again, this is just my opinion. That's why artists keep telling aspiring exhibitors to go and test each market to experience it and form your own opinion, because we're not all going to experience the same thing. In the end, I was still in the red. I wasn't able to get back my table, not even half of the table. But you know what I did get in return? I had new friends, new followers, and a lot more experience. I was also able to chip away my looming imposter syndrome. In the following weeks, I'll be strategizing my display, my products, my marketing, and all that jazz as I prepare for next month's event, which is Patron of the Arts Women's Market at Centris. I think I might also do a video about my imposter syndrome if time permits. So that's how my first art market of the year went. If you want to join me in my journey as a writer-artist navigating her way around the world, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and see you next time.